The unsung heroes of the harvest are the truckers, uncounted thousands of them. Speeding back and forth along the dirt roads of the plains. The job starts with loading. Most crews now use a chaser bin, so the grain comes to the trucks waiting on the headland. But the trailer bodies are designed to be fully laden with corn or maize or beans, which have lower bushel weights than wheat, so it's easy to overload the trucks with grain. The police are always on the lookout for overloaded harvesters, and they'll often stop the truckers to inspect the tickets from the weigh scales, so the men have to be really careful, especially since they're liable to pay their own fines. The truckers get to experience all kinds of driving conditions, from narrow and muddy gateways to dusty dirt roads, and up to 4-lane interstate highways. So there's plenty of opportunity for the police to stop and demand a snap inspection. Sometimes the grain stores can be an hour or more away. And when the pressure is on, the lines can get quite long. The worst they experienced this summer was a 5-hour wait. Not nice. And if things get really out of hand, then the elevator operators are prepared to store grain outside. Although the trucks still have to go over the weigh scales.
Okay, Gus from Wagga Wagga.
Yep.
Had to be, man. Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga. So good they named it twice. Growing up on the farm, ever since a kid I've always wanted to come to the States, and I'd love to go over there and do harvest one year. Got on the internet one night and looked it up and thought, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. And then I met a few people who actually were on the Frederick crew, and they said they had a great time, so I thought, what the hell, give it a go. Rang up and applied and got the job, and I had to get me act together and organise stuff in 2 weeks to come over.
And tell me, what's the money like?
It's not really for the money, it's more the social life. It's more fun, and whatever money we do get, we'll go holiday at the end and then go home flat broke, I guess.
A few minutes talking to Gus reveals that he is a high-energy individual. But even he is prepared to admit that the job can be pretty exhausting.
You come over here, the first worst problem I found, jet lag. And you're just starting to get used to it, and next thing you're off cutting grain, and you start at 6 in the morning most times, get out of bed and get the field by 7, fill up the combines, service them, get going probably around about 8:30, and we'll cut to 2:30 in the morning when we first started down in Oklahoma. And it'll just wear you out. We done that for a month straight down there. Then we come back up to Kansas. We're cutting up there. Same deal. And I was getting to the point where I was dozing off on the steering wheel and waking up and go, oh, and keep driving along.
It's not physical, it's the number of hours involved. As the crews work north, the climate starts to get drier and drier. Sometimes they're working in areas that can get less than 10 inches of rain in a year. And then things really start to get dusty.
Cruising down a dirt road, and you just look in the mirror and you can just see the dust just swirling in the mirror, just coming off the wheels. And if you were cruising down it, you couldn't see out your side windows. The dust was just everywhere. You just look straight ahead and keep going. It is really nice when you see a truck coming and it just looks unreal, but it's pretty important to slow down. Well, if you're empty, give away to the load truck so he can go by. wait till it settles and then take off again.